So good morning, good afternoon or good evening year end, depending on when you are watching our virtual celebration assembly. It's really nice to be able to do this with you. Obviously it would be much nicer to be able to do it in person, but it would be brilliant to be able to celebrate so many of your successes from this term. And as usual, we've got a quick PowerPoint with lots of different pictures and some evidence of some of the work that you've been doing at home, which has been absolutely fantastic, which I will run through first. Before we will mention some names and some prizes that we will be giving out. So obviously lots of you have been coming into school and have seen and become used to the new setup, and more information around that will follow as we go into September. We've had lots of different initiatives going on, so we've had the virtual choir, the virtual wind band, which I know a number of you have been involved in. Obviously, the celebrations for the NHS's 50th birthday party, and then you've got lots and lots of different cakes and different products that have been produced as part of that celebration.
That's right, that's what the school bell sounds like, if you remember.
So we've got Georgia, who's managed to get back out and start having some of her lessons for golf again, which is brilliant, and enjoying some of the sun, which does seem like quite some time ago now. We've got the SAM learning update. So these came out in sort of towards the beginning of term 6, where we've got the top 10 in terms of how many points you've achieved on SAM learning. So absolutely fantastic if you are on that list there. Then we've got a huge number of you where this is linked to your maths assessments that you've been doing on MathsWatch and the assignments you've been doing, and linked to those 100%. So there are so many names on there, which is a brilliant achievement for us all to see. We've got Clary, who has taken part in her swimming charity event, and she would still appreciate any extra donations if you are at all interested in doing that. But that was an absolutely fantastic achievement by Clary, swimming across the channel, so 21 miles in total, all done from a pool in her garden. Ashana has been creating some fantastic pieces of food at home, which is really, really pleasing to see the enriching activities that you're still all able to do on top of that school work that has been set. Of course, there was the virtual sports day, which I know a huge number of you were involved in, and we're going to come back to that a bit later. But it was really, really nice to see so many pictures and little clips of you all involved. So here is just a few selection of a few. So we've obviously got some of the students who were in school, but then we've also got some of the students who were at home doing different bits and pieces. And it's really, really pleasing to see just how many of you have got your whole families involved with your house colours and managed to get even chickens and dogs involved, which is really, really nice to see. And here's just a few more of you at home as well.
I spent a lovely half an hour going through the Twitter feed, clicking the little heart sign, the like sign. So many of you had sent in so many little videos and photographs. It was very, very enjoyable, so thank you for sharing.
And then, so in terms of the sporting events, we had Earhart were the winners again, and then in terms of participation, Austin were the champions this time. Then we had the All Sorts afternoon as part of it as well, and that was a really excellent opportunity for you to just do something a little bit different, and really nice way to finish off that sports day. And here's some examples of some of the work that's been created during that time. Eve's done some volunteering at Bath City Farm. That's the one. I nearly said Southside Farm. That's not a place. Bath City Farm, and has done absolutely loads and loads of volunteering work there over the lockdown period. So really well done to Eve. You might not be able to see that brilliantly, but this is from one of the previous bulletins in some of the work that's been created in English, linked to some of the Shakespeare work that you've been looking at. So that's really, really nice creative designs there for masks, linked to that work that you've been completing.
It's Romeo and Juliet, isn't it?
It is, yes. And this also linked to the All Sorts afternoon where Liberty and Matilda, so so Liberty in Year 8, Matilda in Year 10, have been sort of documenting everything that they've been doing during lockdown, and that's really, really nice to see that you've been able to have that opportunity to broaden and enrich the curriculum that we've got. Billy in Year 8 also obviously been doing a huge amount of baking, and we had to snip some pictures from there, but there were a huge number more, all of which look very nice, and I'm hoping to be able to sample some of those in September.
Sorry, go back. The molten.
Yeah, that's the one. Molten lava cake or something they would call it.
What do? They make them on MasterChef, and lots of people fail to keep the gooey middle. What do they call them?
Fondant.
Fondants. Yeah. Well done on that fondant. That is the MasterChef.
That's the one that caught my eye, I think. And Evie been making a huge number of masks, which I know she's been sharing around with friends and family. Really, really fantastic work there, Evie, so well done. And of course, this week we've had your tutor group meetups, and there's been a huge, huge number of you who have come in for that, and I know you found that really, really valuable. A really good opportunity to come back into school, to catch up with your some of your tutor group, but also catch up with your tutor in person, rather than just over Zoom or over Teams. You will be having your report card, which should be going home next week. So that would be really interesting for you to have a little read through, just to kind of have a good summary of your Year 8. And then also next week is obviously the enriching projects that we've got set. All of the information is available on the banner on the school website, so you'll be able to have a look on there from today actually. So from Thursday you'll be able to have a look and see which activities you can choose.
Just one little thing, you don't have to do 5 in total. That was a guide, but if you want to do something in more depth over a longer period of time, that's absolutely fine. But we do expect you to complete at least one of those projects.
So we've got some more Sports Day awards now.
Okay, so I'm going to stand up for this, but these are all the students who completed all 7 of those events on Sports Day. So the jumping, the running, the throwing, all sorts of weird and wonderful things involving all sorts of weird and wonderful objects, socks. So well done to the following students who all completed all 7. So firstly to Lily in 8PR,
Tamia in 8SL,
Amelia in 8AL,
Jasmine in 8AR,
Emma in 8PR,
Alex in 8SL,
Darcy in 8AL,
Daisy in 8EL,
Ella in 8PL,
Abby in 8SR,
Avery in 8AL,
Georgia in 8EL,
Abby in 8SL,
Maisie in 8SL,
Grace in 8AL,
Saki in 8AL,
Livia in 8PL,
Freya in 8EL,
Lily in 8PL,
Rachel in 8AR,
Stephanie in 8AR,
Lucy in 8EL,
Lucy in 8SL,
Ruby in 8AR,
Ruby in 8EL,
Alicia in 8ER,
Izzy in 8AL,
Betty in 8SR,
Lily in 8EL,
Ember in 8ER,
Darcy in 8AR,
Sydney in 8PR,
Thea in 8PR,
Matilda in 8SR,
Isabel in 8ER,
Madison in 8AL,
Samara in 8ER,
Amy in 8SL,
Sophia in 8AR,
Kira in 8PR,
Amy in 8AR,
Emily in 8ER,
Camille in 8SL,
Tali in 8PL,
Ayana in 8EL,
Hannah in 8AR,
Maddie in 8SL,
Lena in 8SL,
Megan in 8AL,
Flo in 8SR,
Ellie in 8SR,
Liberty in 8SL,
Ira in 8PL,
Emily in 8PR,
Fern in 8EL,
Natalie in 8AR,
Martha in 8AL,
Emily in 8ER,
Leah in 8AL,
Poppy in 8SR,
Rose in 8PR,
Mila in 8EL,
Anna in 8AL,
Grace in 8PL,
Amelia in 8PR,
Ariane in 8AL,
Bo in 8AL,
Enid in 8SL,
Stella in 8PR,
Freya in 8SL,
Rosie in 8PR,
Florence in 8AR,
Harriet in 8ASL, 8SL,
Olivia in 8SR,
Nadia in 8SR,
Flora in 8ER,
Amy in 8AL,
Paige in 8EL,
Imogen in 8SL,
Isabella in 8PR,
Maddie in 8ER,
Katie in 8PL,
Molly in 8AL,
Alicia in 8SL,
Megan in 8AL,
Kate in 8EL,
Tess in 8PR,
Lily in 8PL,
Billy in 8SR,
Mariella in 8ER,
Tilly in 8AL,
Paula in 8PR,
Anna in 8ER,
Mia in 8PR,
Isabel in 8PR,
Macy in 8PL,
Ayana in 8EL,
Millie Kate in 8PR,
Esther in 8PR,
May in 8SL,
Elizabeth in 8PL,
Mably in 8ER,
Emily in 8PL,
Hannah in 8EL,
Ruby in 8AL,
Matilda in 8SR,
Abigail in 8EL,
Summer in 8PL,
Evie in 8ER,
Mia in 8PR,
Anna in 8EL.
and Lolly in 8PR.
I reckon that's pretty much most of year 8.
That is-
Fantastic.
Yeah, really brilliant. And that I think we did very well in managing to stay in tune as we move through the names.
Yes.
So a round of applause for us.
We're going to move on to tutor nominations, and we're going to do these in tutor groups. So these have come from your tutor for students who have stood out for lots of different ways. I'm going to start off with students in 8AL. So to Amy for always being super positive and engaging with the tutor time. To Anna, who's getting consistently great scores in the tutor quiz. To Bo for always being early to tutor meetups and one of the first to respond on the Google Forms. To Molly for entering every sports events on Sports Day and for getting great scores too. And Alessandra for working really hard and always keeping her tutor group updated.
And your so 8AR, so Mr. Atwood's tutor group. So we've got Grace Abercrombie for your outstanding house point totals. Holly Brasington for your excellent performance in the weekly Zoom meeting challenges. For Rose Breen for the excellent performance in the Zoom meeting challenges, but also your house point total is absolutely outstanding. Amelia Bunce, so consistent weekly attendance at your Zoom meetings and really contributing well to that. And then we've got Sophia Francis for your performance in the weekly Zoom meeting challenges. Ellie Hans, again for your performance in those Zoom meeting challenges. And Natalie Jackson for the same reason in those Zoom meetings.
Lovely. Moving on to 8EL. So firstly to Daisy for attending every tutor group Zoom session and completing all of the tutor group tasks and challenges. You've been exceptionally well organised and committed to doing your best during lockdown, and it's been noted. And to Izzy for great contribution to those tutor group Zooms and being a very confident and forthcoming contributor. You've enjoyed interacting with your tutor group and that you've been very, very kind and supportive towards others. To Kira Lee, who has been fantastic even at keeping in contact over lockdown and has been creative in coming up with ways to keep herself and her peers entertained during lockdown. Your tutor favourite was with your tea bag football PP uppies. One can only imagine. Paige, in addition to your schoolwork tasks, you've enjoyed attending those tutor group Zoom meetings and you've made a significant contribution to the virtual sports day and videoing all 7 events, so we'll have enjoyed watching those. You've also made a fantastic cake to support the NHS. And lastly, Ruth in 8EL, highly organised and committed during lockdown, completing every tutor task, and when unable to attend those Zooms, you've communicated that super well. We've noted that you've completed your additional tasks, including creating your own throw over the lockdown. That sounds intriguing. And that you've been confident in sharing all of your experiences with your tutor group. Thank you.
So for 8ER, we've got Ember, really one of the 8ER stars of Sports Day, and overall just done absolutely brilliant during this period of time. Emily Gardner, fantastic attitude towards all of the work that you've been creating and going above and beyond over these last few months. Ashana Howard, really great contributions to the tutor group and also for sharing the successes that you've had over lockdown, including some of the cooking that we looked at earlier. Flora, for staying in contact really well and responding really quickly to Mr. Fowles and his weekly emails, but also keeping up with all of the different events that are going on, including the tutor group Zoom sessions. And for Maddie, for always joining in terms of those tutor group chats and bringing out ideas and bringing others involved in those sessions to make it more enjoyable for everyone as part of that.
On to 8PL, and firstly to Livia and Lily, both of you, for your amazing organisation, your super support and keeping everybody's spirits up. To Tali, for well done for keeping on, persistence and your consistency. To Grace, for keeping on, what does that mean? I'm not sure. I think it means keeping going, the persistence theme there, which is exactly what I'm now doing. And also to Alice, for well done, because you have been in complete isolation and shielding as a family. You've shown huge moral courage and positivity in the face of difficult circumstances. And Amelia, you have been nominated for your enthusiastic Zoom calling. Sounds intriguing.
So in 8PR, I know Ms. Jeffries has linked these really closely to the work that you've been doing in your Zoom sessions and the quizzes that you've been doing. So we've got Alina with your general knowledge quiz, which was absolutely brilliant. Rosie McDonald with your brilliant news quiz and using the images as part of that to help to problem solve some of the answers. You've got Isabella with your Pictionary quiz. I can only imagine some of the drawings and how badly I would perhaps do in that quiz. Kira for your really challenging Olympic sporting quiz. Paola for just some brilliant quiz questions to get everyone involved and everyone engaged in the session. And Mia for the same reason in some of those quiz questions, but also for staying really well on top of your work and keeping really organised during this whole period of time. Esther for some absolutely fantastic quiz questions for your tutor group. And for Mia Whitaker for great face painting and fab quiz questions. I'm intrigued at what some of the face painting pictures would have looked like.
And then moving on to 8SL, firstly to Alex for your excellent tutor group tasks and involvements. Alex, you've been replying to every questionnaire and that's been noted, and your tutor group have really appreciated the photos showing what you've been up to. To Lucy for your great resilience and maturity in managing your schoolwork, even though you've had to share a computer at home, you've been getting up super early to make sure that you get your schoolwork done on time. Well done. To Freya, for your excellence at your tutor group tasks and involvement, replying to all the questionnaires and getting involved in every Zoom session. And to Amber in 8SL for your excellent tutor group tasks and involvement. Again, replying to all of those questionnaires and involvement in the Zoom sessions. Your tutor would like you to know that they have appreciated your maturity in managing your schoolwork and completing your work to an exceptional standard. Well done.
And then for 8SR, so we've got Maddie, who's been performing consistently really, really well in the quiz performances, in the quizzes that you've had weekly. Ruby Black, and now this one doesn't surprise me, your dogged determination to win every quiz or anything, any competition, your determination to win that has been really well noted by Mr. Robertson. Matilda Duffett, just overall the most well adapted to lockdown, performing really well in terms of all of the tutor activities that are going on, but also in terms of the schoolwork that you've been completed at home, so well done. Ellie Hewitt, most songs shared and recommended to the tutor group to keep everyone motivated and happy during this time. And for Leah, just being the most organised, being on top of everything that you needed to do, because I know there's been so many different bits and pieces that you've been needing to keep on top of. So you've done really, really well with that organisation. So well done to everyone who has been nominated from your tutors.
On to house points.
So first up on the house points, we're going to have 2 tutor groups at a time, and this is the responses that we've had back. And then at the end, we're going to go on to the top 5 in terms of house points for Year 8. So first up, we've got AL and EL.
So Mr. Dixon, you've highlighted anyone was over 200?
Over 250 I've highlighted in green.
So that's
Okay.
quite a high curfew, that 250. Well done.
As you know, high standards, maybe a little bit harsh sometimes, but really, yeah, 250 is really an exceptional house point total.
So what I would recommend you do, girls, is pause on your slide for your tutor group so that you've got time to find your name.
So next up we've got Parks Left and Sharman Left. Again, following the same, where it's green for over 250 house points. Then we've got Austin Bright and Earhart Left.
Some big numbers there, especially in Earhart.
Yes, some very, very big numbers. It's very close at the top. And then for Parks and Sharman. So, on to the top 5 for Year 8.
Really, really well done there, girls. I'm very sorry that I can't kind of have you up and present you with a handshake, so a virtual handshake. These are amazing numbers. It's been really good because, especially as we've actually spent half of the academic year in lockdown, so for you to carry on collecting those house points at home as well as at school has shown a real big testament to your commitment. First place there.
Yeah, first place with Sharman at 411 house points. I'm sure that far surpasses any of our prizes that are linked to house points. That's a really, really exceptional total there at Sharman, so really well done. And obviously all the other names on the list done absolutely fantastically well in as Miss Yates said, keeping up with those house points, considering for a large portion of the year you've been at home collecting them, so really well done.
We'd like to give you something a little bit special for having you taking the time and commitment of doing that. So I'll be writing to these 5 people shortly with a little something just to say well done from us. We don't normally do that, guys, but this is an exceptional year.
And so the last thing for me was just that we're looking forward to September already, and we're looking forward to seeing you all coming back into school. Have a really, really good summer, lots and lots of rest, lots of fun activities going on, and we're looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, so just on that note, Boris has said that schools are open in September, so your teachers, myself and my senior leadership team, we've all been very busy putting procedures into place to make sure that everybody is kept as safe as possible on the school premises. It's a lot of work, I won't lie. There's a lot of procedures that we have to be very rigid and strict on, and we'll be explaining some of those procedures to you when you do come back in school in September. But the big message from me now is that we are very excited, very much looking forward to opening the school up to all of you. The work that it will take to make that happen, we are happy to do, because at the end of the day we really want our students back in our schools so that we can actually interact with them on a daily basis. So we'll be very much looking forward to meeting you back on the first day back, and we'll be in year 9 actually, won't we? Yeah, year 9. Options, an exciting time. We've got one more slide, is it? Happy holidays.
We do.
Because that's the
We
important
do.
bit. Yeah.
That's
The really important bit, because you've worked really hard all year. The summer holidays are yours. So when school finishes on July the 17th, your bedroom is back to being your bedroom, not your workstation. Take time to relax, spend time with your friends, your family, socially distanced at all times, and get ready to come back to school in September. Have a wonderful time.
Have a great summer, and we'll see you all again soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.